What's up, guys? Just getting back from our week 3 game against the Rams. Man, a lot to talk about. So welcome to the rear view. All right, just to talk about, what was the mindset leading up into the game. The mindset was obviously to get back on track, just like any game where you're coming off of a tough loss over Minnesota. This was as big of a game as there was in my mind in terms of getting back on track, a divisional opponent, being on the road again. Our mind was right. I don't think it was a matter of that. I think it was just a matter of we didn't get the job done. We didn't play good enough to win. Yes, we had guys who were out, who were injured. So did they. They probably more so on their side. So, no excuses in the situation. I think we're taking it, as well as we can, and we're moving on. I moved on, and now it's on to the next. In my mind, I'm ready to move on and get on to the Patriots and get right back to work. I think it's at this point it's about just continuing to do the things that we've been doing right, and just making a couple tweaks, a couple improvements in a couple areas. But we got to play better, especially defensively. I hold a lot of pride on our side of the ball and playing up to a specific standard. And of course, people are going to point out all the blemishes in our performance on Sunday because we lost. But, you watch the tape and there was a lot of good out there too, but of course, nobody's going to care about that if you lose the game, right? So some things to clean up, but we'll be better for it. The thing I do want to shout out, man, that I always appreciate and look forward to, especially playing in SoFi, man, is the faithful. And the way that they showed out again this past game might have been the greatest showing that we've had from our supporters and our fans in SoFi. With so many red jerseys, red shirts in that stadium, it completely felt like a home game. We just couldn't take care of business for them. So that's what I take extreme ownership and for that, and I'm just ready to get back to work, get back at home, and give the product that the faithful deserves, and that's just winning 49er football. But yeah, my hat's off to their team. They obviously came out in a poor situation with guys out, and they took care of business and played better than we did. So yeah, we'll be better for it. I think things that I'd want to talk about from that game that unfortunately are going to get overlooked because we lost are the performances by Brock Purdy and Jauan Jennings. Like, you talk about two monster games, performances, in a situation where we need everybody at their best, and like, man, did they come and show out. Like, Jauan has always been reliable, has always been a playmaker, and he's going to be a guy, but man, this dude was a monster on Sunday. 3 touchdowns, over 150 yards. I saw something where him and Jerry Rice are the only players that have had that type of performance with the numbers that he had on Sunday. So, such a dog. We're gonna need him to continue to play that way, man, which I know he will. He's freaking an animal, and Brock continuing to play at such a high level. It's so strange how people still need to see him perform without his superstar players. I'm like, what quarterbacks in this league, on a consistent basis just don't have their star players with them, like who play at an elite level. Like, anyway, still performed, whatever. He always performs well. I don't really know how to go about that. But Brock, keep doing your thing, man. Love having him as my quarterback. Best in the game. Yeah, I know some people had some questions about, my health from the game. I went down a couple times, or one time I went down and popped right back up because I know somebody kind of went low on me and tried to cut me late in the play or something, and kind of rolled me up. And then later in the game on a meaningless play, got sideswiped and hit my ankle. But everything's good. All great. Excited. The mind is already fresh, ready to go for this upcoming week against the Patriots, man. I'm excited about it, and yeah, ready to get back to work, man. It's gonna be fun being back at home and getting to put together a great work week for the Patriots. I do want to give a shout out to Javon Hargrave. You know, I think people have kind of heard about the situation with him not going to be able to be with us for a while, but I mean, had a sack in the game. Me and him talked about it in the locker room before the game. Him having a great day, and he did, man. But I want everybody to keep him in your prayers and show love to him, because hopefully we get him back later in the year. And anytime you go through a long-term injury like that, man, it's hard on your mental, obviously your physical, but the mental. So you got to stay with him, man. He's big time for us. It's going to be tough not having him, but it's always next man up mentality. So my guy Jauan Hargrave. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the opponent coming up this Sunday. The New England Patriots coming to town. And it's going to be a huge battle for us, a huge test, obviously given the situation that we're in, but also because of the football team that they are. And, I don't know what the opinions are around the league or around outside with, fans and stuff, but got a lot of respect for the Patriots for obviously a lot of reasons. But, new head coach, the style of play that seems to be popping off the tape in my early tape watching, they play the right way, and they're being taught the right things, in terms of playing hard. And their offense, I think the biggest challenge right now that I'm seeing is like they like to run the football. They got big old linemen that want to obviously get dirty in the trenches. Running backs who run the ball hard, big backs. So I think they're obviously going to want to run the ball Sunday. That's going to be our biggest challenge. Jacoby Brissett is a great veteran in this league, man, that I got a lot of respect for. A lot of savvy poise. And, is there a difference preparing for him versus if they played the rookie Drake May? I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like, you got to prepare for all situations. But, they're obviously going to want to get him into a rhythm, delivering the ball to the playmakers. And they got great tight ends, great receivers. So overall, I think they got a great ball. I think they got a great ball club. Somebody that we're gonna have to work tediously, all week long on making sure we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's, making sure everything is well thought out, well put together. And it is. It's so important, obviously, how we perform this week, man. I'm excited about it, though. I'm always gonna stand tall through the adversity. I'm never gonna shy away from it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there in front of our fans and be my best self. You can always, expect the best out of me through situations like this. I'm excited to get back out there, and yeah, just go hard for my team, my teammates, and go hard for a win, because I hate losing. I hate it, and damn it, I want to win. So hey, we got to play hard, man. We got to go earn it. They don't get those things out on Sunday. You got to go out there. You got to earn them things. So that's what I'm looking forward to. From my perspective, I've been a part of, this is my 7th NFL season. And I have yet to have a season that looks the exact same as the one before, or any of the seasons seeming similar. I've been a part of so many different outcomes in the season. Have yet to obviously have the outcome that I want, which is a Super Bowl ring, but been a part of a lot of NFC Championship games, 2 Super Bowls, and there's always been a different route to getting to all of them. So what am I trying to say? I'm saying, I've been there when we have gone through a 3-game losing stretch. I've been there when we've been on a 7-game winning streak. Like, I've been through the highs of the highs and the lows of the lows. So, like, what's the constant in all of it? It's like, you got to just, obviously, when it comes to going on runs where you're winning a lot of games, it starts with one game. You got to figure out how to win one game, and then you kind of find a groove, and being a part of a talented football team, which we have. Yeah, we're banged up a little bit, but like, guys are going to be back at some point, and like, it's about just finding that groove again. And like, it's not that we're way off. Like I said, like, you watch the tape from that Rams game, and like, we had every chance to win that football game. It's about just little things that can make the biggest difference in the impact of a win or loss on Sunday. And that's that when people talk about the details of everything that we're doing, that's why you got to be so on it, you know. And so at the end of the day, man, I'm just looking to win one game. I'm not looking to go on no run. I'm not looking to do nothing. I'm not looking to February, January, any of the months. I just want to see what we're about this Sunday, New England Patriots at home, and we take care of business. That's what we need to do. Yeah, so it's a quick one. It's a quick one this week. Obviously, don't got too much time to talk on the camera. I gotta get my face in that iPad, that playbook, and get back to work with what we got going on. But man, that's a wrap on Rear View Week 3. Make sure, of course, to always tune in to the Warner House podcast. Me and my wife's podcast drops every Thursday. You can watch, listen wherever you watch, review podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, all those good things. And man, be sure to stay tuned to the Rear View throughout the NFL season for more post-game insights from me and other your favorite NFL players. Peace out, baby.